In the last year, SEO has become more difficult than it's ever been before, to the point that it's the first time I've had to ask myself in my 15-year-old career, is SEO still worth it? Algorithm updates, competition from websites with giga backlink profiles, and AI overviews are making it seem silly to depend on Google for traffic. Sure, you can still make tons of money with SEO, especially if you're in e-commerce or SaaS or any other business type that Google's been making out with. But is there something else you could be doing with less effort to make more money? Welcome to OnlyFans. No, but seriously, everyone's talking about YouTube being the messiah that's going to lead us to the promised land. The number of YouTube users is expected to reach 1.1 billion users in the next 3 years. Americans are addicted to YouTube more than fentanyl. Billionaires have been made on this platform. And even I've swallowed the blue pill and have taken a video format. My SEO history includes founding 7- and 8-figure businesses, including Diggity Marketing, LeadSpring, Authority Builders, Diggity Links, the Affiliate Lab, the Search Initiative, and the Chiang Mai SEO Conference. On the YouTube side of things, yes, there's this channel which has earned me a 100,000 subscriber silver play button, but I also have 6 other channels in various niches from health to legal. Some are faceless channels, and in others I use actors. And in just 3 years of doing YouTube, I've generated over $1 million in affiliate commissions and leads through YouTube, not to mention a cool $100,000 from AdSense. In this video, I'll answer the question, should you get into YouTube now, or is it too late? But before we do that, I wanted to let you know that my video agency, Epic Video, has a sale going on right now until the end of the month. Use coupon code DIGGITY20 to get 20% off any of our products, including blog to video conversions, explainer videos, review videos, and video ad creatives. Now back to the video. I want to first start out explaining why Google SEO might be finally dead for certain types of websites, namely pure content websites that don't have an actual business behind them. Google algorithm updates have made it impossible to trust that you'll even have a website after you wake up in the morning. Look, all business models are unstable, but you tell me if this shit doesn't make you want to punch your monitor. You start a website, Google thinks it's the best site it's ever seen, starts asking you out for seafood dinners, and then gives you a near vertical traffic growth. Then they're like, actually, I'm not so sure, can we just be friends? And then your traffic starts to go up, down, and then sideways. And then they're like, actually, I was wrong, you're the worst website on the internet, I hate you. How are you supposed to make sense of that, let alone build a business? In September 2023, Google released a helpful content update that devastated the internet, most specifically small to medium-sized blogs. The type that you and I have the capability to build. Who did they give this traffic to instead? Sites with ridiculous backlink authority like Reddit, Quora, and Forbes. Here's a search report for the keyword best crypto exchange. DR94, DR90, and your friend DR95 Reddit. How can you compete? Most of these websites that dominate Google are actually owned by the same 16 brands with a combined monthly traffic of over 3 billion per month, according to this report from Detailed. In addition, Google has been and will continue to steal more of your traffic over time. Google's Search Generative Experience, or SGE, is their version of answering search queries with AI at the top of the search results. Where does it get this information from? Your website. The AI has learned which are the best protein powders by scraping your website and then regurgitating it as their own content. This isn't new. They've been doing this for years with SERP features like feature snippets. But the situation is getting even worse. My friend Nathan caught Google completely ripping his article on things to do in Denver on a branded search where people are actually searching for his website. And to make matters worse, Google's continued to add more and more paid results to the search result, pushing down our websites well below the fold. The icing on the cake is that the search behavior of the younger generation is changing. Young whippersnappers are choosing social media over Google for internet searching. Platforms like TikTok, Instagram, and our own friend YouTube. YouTube has been growing at 10% per year consistently. When you're building a business, you ideally want to operate in an industry that is growing. Your business grows, you're getting more customers and more revenue. On top of that, the industry, in this case YouTube's adoption rate, is growing as well, creating a 1 + 1 = 3 scenario. You could even suck at business and not grow, but the growth of the industry would carry you, ultimately resulting in growth. But if the industry is not growing, even if your company is doing all the right things, you remain stagnant. This is the power of being in the right place at the right time. Another benefit of YouTube, and I can't stress this one enough, is unmatched engagement with your audience, and thus unmatched conversion rates. When you read my blog post on my website, you're like, okay, cool, this is great content, thanks Matt, whatever. But when you're watching my videos, there's a connection established. A measure of trust is built. Plus you know that I'm delivering the content, not some outsourced writer. Let me illustrate this with numbers. This is a case study from my agency, the Search Initiative, that I posted on my blog. According to analytics, about 1,100 users have put their eyeballs on it. With a typical conversion rate of 1.0% on my blog, this resulted in about 110 leads for my agency. Here's a YouTube video version of that exact same case study. 71,000 views with, I shit you not, 2.1% conversion rate, resulting in 1,491 leads for my agency. This is what I'm talking about. And when you publish content on a website, there's no immediate traffic. And if you don't optimize that content for SEO, keywords and all, it will never get traffic. Unless you have an email list and you force people to see it. YouTube, on the other hand, finds that traffic for you right away. Plus it builds you a permanent audience that will watch your next videos. And it will freaking pay you while it does that. That part is insane. Another upside for YouTube is just how straightforward its algorithm is. Step 1 is getting people to click your videos when they see them. This boils down to having good titles and thumbnails. Step 2 is retention. How long can you keep people watching your video before they decide to drop off? That's it. If you can produce good videos, that's all you need to worry about. You don't need to worry about backlinks, clustering, entities, semantic search, none of that nerdy shit. And the level of competition on YouTube is child's play compared to what you'll face on Google. For many keywords, there's simply no videos created yet. Here's a search for best testosterone supplement with no side effects. See? There's no targeted videos attacking this keyword. And even if there was, here's how well the algorithm rewards good new content. I ranked #1 on YouTube for share sale tutorial. When people watch that video and they sign up for share sale, I earn money. When I made that video, there was no shortage of share sale tutorials already on YouTube. But YouTube's algorithm has a huge boner for new content. You'll go straight to #1 right away, and as long as people click and watch your video, you'll stay at #1. Which is why this video continues to perform for me, generating views and conversions on autopilot. Now let me just say, not all is awesome with YouTube, so I want to take a look at the other side of the argument. By the way, here's a quick word from the sponsor of this video, Search Intelligence.
This campaign got us big links in websites such as Lifehacker, Wales Online, Daily Record, and about 20 other news websites. Let me show you how we've done it. We knew that people will be flying a lot this summer, and we knew that journalists will be writing about this topic a lot. So, on behalf of our client, we put together a nice guide about how to fall asleep on the plane. Then we use Muckrack to find journalists who write about travel. Then we put our advice in a nice email and send the tips to the journalists. Within just a few days, the links started landing, securing our client natural placements in really big websites, just like this, and this. This is a great example about how you can leverage seasonal trends to earn links to a website. Anticipate what journalists want to write about at all times and give them the stories that they need. They will reward you with some great, juicy links. I hope this is helpful.
Now back to the video. YouTube indeed has its cons, which you need to know about. Okay, so although YouTube usage is growing, there's still less search volume compared to the same keywords on Google. According to Ahrefs, there's only 30 global searches per month for best VPN for Netflix, while there's 5.8 thousand searches per month on Google. Here's another example that's even more suitable for video-based content. Best Netflix series, 22,000 searches on YouTube, but 207,000 searches on Google. That's not just because there's less YouTube adoption than Google. For some searches, you simply wouldn't want a video answer. If you're comparing laptops, you might want to see specs side by side in a table. If you want a quick answer to does Lisa from Blackpink have a boyfriend, you want to scan an article in 1 second rather than watch a 10-minute video. By the way, she does. Don't shoot the messenger. Another reason is that YouTube is primarily an entertainment platform. It's not ideal for many niches where making money is your goal. Building YouTube channels is also extremely hard to scale, especially compared to building websites. This is what the process looks like for creating a YouTube video. First, you start with research on the topic. The same as when you're writing an article manually. That said, AI software can do the research for you. Next, you start scripting. And it's more complex than a simple article, introduction, content, conclusion format. You need to plant psychological hooks, use storytelling, and other retention techniques. Then there's the actual filming, which you need to do yourself or find actors for. And then you need to edit the video to make it entertaining with B-roll and animations. Each of these roles is more skillful than their website equivalents. It's not like SEO where nearly everything can be shipped off to commodity writers or even AI. This makes the whole process more complex. There's more moving parts. I can publish 10 articles per day per website, but I can only publish 1 to 2 videos per week per channel. And that's if and only if I'm not personally involved as the scriptwriter and the face, as it is with this channel. Being the face of the channel will indeed get you the best result. People see your face, which helps to build your personal brand. Plus, there's no risk of a hired face threatening to leave and holding your channel hostage. But it's a nightmare to scale. I used to post 1 video per week, now it's once every other week. The problem is scripting. It freaking burns you out. Alternatively, you can hire voice actors or use AI voiceovers and just go with a faceless channel. but that only works for some niches and your main play there is AdSense money. Also, I mentioned before that YouTube's algorithm is pretty straightforward, but that's kind of also a con. The YouTube algorithm is less gameable. You need to produce good content. That's it, no ifs, ands, or buts. You can't leverage SEO concepts like topical authority and great backlinks to speed the process up. The YouTube algorithm rewards quality, not quantity. Perfectionists thrive on YouTube, and the first year will definitely test your patience as you build these skills in your audience. The next YouTube con is a big one, and you absolutely must not take it for granted. When you make a YouTube channel, bro, you do not own it. Google owns your channel and you can lose it at any time. Say the wrong thing or use some copyrighted footage and you're gone. So what most people try to do is get their audience off YouTube and onto an email list, for example. But anytime you pull people off the platform with an external link, the algorithm punishes you for it. That's because the YouTube algorithm also considers time on platform, and if your video causes people to leave YouTube, then it gets less exposure. And let's say you've done a great job of building up your channel, but maybe you're getting burnt out and want to move on. You can sell your channel, but it's not like selling a website where there's marketplaces, brokers, and a huge pool of buyers. Because of this, if you can find a buyer, your channel will sell for less than a website generating the same amount of money. And if your channel is built upon a personal brand like mine,
just forget about it.
Alright, so you've seen both sides of the coin at this point. Google SEO versus YouTube, which should you be focused on? If you're looking to make a lot of money, the backbone of the internet is still based on websites, and that's the world of Google SEO. I personally don't know of many non-influencer YouTube channels making over $50,000 per month, but I know a buttload of websites making more than $50,000 a month powered by SEO. And these websites can be sold for 35x monthly profit, making nearly $2 million. Here's a list of over 50 such people in my course, The Affiliate Lab, who have sold sites for over 6 figures. That said, it does seem like video is the way that the world is moving towards. AI content saturation will eventually cause a lack of mistrust for the written word. When you're reading an article these days, do you ever wonder if a human wrote it or a robot? I'm predicting in the future that people will need to see a human say something in order to believe that it came from a human. YouTube is harder to do, but that's the nature of business. SEO was also easier 10 years ago. So my final answer is to do both. Make money with SEO today. The earning potential is still amazing and this will last for a long, long time. But start getting good at YouTube to ride the growing tide for the future. And remember to use coupon code DIGGITY20 for 20% off video creation services at Epic Video until the end of the month.